Hello, this week we get to begin our unit on non-chord tones. You may have heard me mention non-chord tones, mark them in some of your papers and things like that, and we've kind of been hinting at and alluding to them for some time now, but now we get to start to study NCTs in earnest. So non-chord tones, just so you know, as you read around in different places, you'll see them referred to by different names. Sometimes we'll call them embellishing tones, sometimes we'll call them non-harmonic tones. The favorite one that I've seen around is called tones of figuration, but understand that when you see those terms, that they're basically synonymous with each other. So non-chord tones, really, they involve, of course, notes that don't belong in the chords that we have identified in our harmonic analysis. And note that non-chord tones, they can arrive on strong beats of our meter, or they can arrive with other chords. And when they arrive kind of in those conspicuous areas, we call them accented. And when they arrive more inconspicuously, so between chords or on weaker parts of the meter, we'll call them unaccented. Non-chord tones can be diatonic, meaning that they're within the key that we're working on, if not a part of that specific chord at that time, but they can also be chromatic, so involving accidentals, such that they're foreign to the entire key. And so we can use chromatic non-chord tones. We just want to make sure we handle those carefully. So why have non-chord tones? Why do they exist? Well, I think that they add a lot of flavor and they add a lot of interest to the harmonic framing that we have, and they also permit some freedom in creating our melodies. Okay, so all of the non-chord tunes that we're going to study in the next few weeks are listed actually in the text on page 186. This particular week, we're going to focus on passing tones, neighbor notes, sometimes called neighboring tones. I think the book calls them neighboring tones. We'll also discuss double neighbors. The book calls the double neighbors neighbor groups, but we mean the same thing. Double neighbors, neighbor groups, same thing. Suspensions we'll study, and also retardations. Just by way of illustration, I want to show you how even using just the non-chord tones we'll study this week can take a pretty straightforward chord progression like this. And add again just a little bit of flavoring to make it something along the lines of this. Enjoy the discussion.